This is going to be my new planishing anvil. I'm not exactly sure how to do it. Do I drill a hole in it? That's going to be tough. It's cast iron. I could just sort of try to lay it on something, maybe like a little round ring or something. Would that hold good enough? I don't know. I'm going to experiment. It's heavy. It's like 6 pounds. So I'm going to try to put this on a post. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh no, I didn't really do that.
Daddy, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh. I heard a loud noise and I kind of like, ooh.
You heard that? Yeah, I was pretending I dropped this on my foot.
You were pretending?
Uh-huh.
Why?
Because I'm making a video. So it'll be funny.
Can I please see that?
What are you going to do with it?
It's part of the video. Thank you.
Well, no, where are you taking it?
I'll be right back.
What, do you want me to film you? Don't drop it out there, man. You'll crack my driveway. Okay, so back to the helmet. I've got my, oh, never mind. It's a shot put. I'd put a hole in it. I tried to make it a square with a chisel. That was a non-starter. So what I ended up doing was building a holder for it. I took a piece of 2x6, drill a long hole in it with my drill press. It's important that it's done with the drill press because you want it to go straight down, otherwise you got an angle. And I stuck this threaded rod in there, and then the dude goes on the threaded rod just like that. You can see it had a nice centered hold, huh? But hey, it works. And then I just clamped out my bench vise, and I'll show it to you in a second. Yeah, I realized that I needed real metal to back up the work I was doing. That using my workbench and using that wooden post was handy. It was cool. It was fun to make, but it got me started. But it wasn't the best, especially when it came to doing rivets, because the steel rivets would just go right into the wood, and even with a little bit of plate metal on there, they'd go right through that. So this is working great for the rivets. I actually found some rivets. I ordered them online, maybe on the blog. I'll say where I got them. I don't remember off my head. They're a little long, and I don't think they're actually what I ordered. But because I thought that they had a flange on them, the ones I ordered. But they're working. They're working great. It looks good, and I will show it to you. And oh, I did another thing. Well, I'll show you. See, here's what the helmet was looking like. You know, that was the best I thought I could do. Watch this. Ooh, oh, mirror shine. Look at that. 100% better. So I will show you how I did that. All right, now I am going to attempt to make this look like this. Shiny. Okay. So I will go through the steps to shine it up. This has gotten some things, and there's a big dent right there that I don't know. I think that happened at some point while I was doing this. Now, I don't remember hitting it with my hammer. I think I would have noticed that. But I almost think maybe I laid it on its side or something, or hit something. I don't know. But I'll work on it. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go through the steps to make this really rough piece, sort of shine it up, and show you what I did. I don't know if this is the right set of steps that the pros do. I did a lot of experimentation. I just never could be satisfied with this. And then it started to rust inside the little crevices and things. And it just was looking really bad, and I decided to give it another go. And I watched a few more things on the internet, and it seems like where I was misfocusing was on this planishing, using the planishing to get the bumps out. Now that's good for getting the big bumps out, but I think when you get down to the lower bumps, maybe you do it all along, you need a flat anvil. So I actually ordered a little one. I'll show it to you in a second. It wasn't too expensive. I don't remember how much it was. It's a 25 pounder. it's perfect for what for my purposes. I don't see myself needing a bigger one than that anytime soon. Maybe one day when I make a sword, which I don't have. I'm not making a sword. So anyway, we'll get started. And the first step is to pound it out from the inside, not the outside, from the inside, using the rounded part, not the peen part, but the flat part. It's not really flat. If you look, it's rounded. So that's the difference between this. I'm learning this, or at least this is what this is my speculation. And this is for the planishing. This is almost totally flat. It's a flat surface, whereas this is a rounded surface. And so this you use to hit on the inside of a rounded surface, and this you use to hit on the outside of a rounded surface. So we combine to do both of those. And what I neglected before was this part. So I'm going to do a little bit of that. When you're hitting it on the anvil, you kind of feel around, and then you'll know, bam, when you get a nice solid hit. And that's where you just kind of want to move the piece under your hammer. So you're always connected, the hammer, the metal, and then the solid anvil on the other side. And you'll feel it, and then you can feel with your fingers, these bumps will just go away. And I haven't been able to figure out how to make it completely smooth, but I think it's an experience thing, you know. I think you just do it, and eventually you figure out how to get every bump out just right. So since this is my first helmet, I'm going to do a good job, but here's my anvil. Whoop. Perfect. That's all I needed. And here's my workpiece. And you start until you feel that perfect solid hit. There it is. And then you just try to keep that. And it knocks all those threads out. Takes a long time. Okay, so I'm done with the planishing and pounding at the anvil for now. I might come back. Alright, so the next thing I did, busted out my angle grinder. And you might be able to find this for a drill, but it's this pad. It's called Ultra Power Gator 4.5 finishing discs. It's a fine. Okay, so it's this stuff. And this came in a pack of 2. They're kind of green a little bit. And that's sort of a base layer. That's the first thing. That's the first step that I'm doing on these. Once again, it's fine. That's the only information they give you. They don't say, it doesn't have a number or anything on it. This is Lowe's special, right? You're not getting this at a specialty shop. So I put that on my angle grinder. Whoop. And now I'll start burning it off. Now, presumably this will work on this one too, but I finally figured out after lots of attempting to clamp it in the vise and with a towel and clamping my angle grinder in a vise, which made me very nervous, and I think it was a bad idea. I finally figured out that you could just plop it on a soft surface like this and grind away. Okay, so after lots of wet sanding, not lots, 20, 30 minutes worth, that's a lot for me. we end up with this. Alright, so it's pretty good. Now, it doesn't have that super shine, and also if you look close, you can now see the sort of pits that I thought I'd gotten rid of when I used that grinder thing, but it just covered them up. I'll just show you what I did. It's basically just a tub. I got 3 different grades of sandpaper in here. I used 320, 600, and 1000. And you just sand, and it's good, I think, when it gets a little muddy, because I think the material that's coming off now is actually contributing to the sanding power of the sandpaper. What I bought was a kit. It's a buffing and polishing wheel set from Ryobi. This is at Lowe's. It came with 3 wheels. And I'm not sure, I can't remember if this kit came with them, but there's 3 different compounds for the 3 different wheels. You got a hard wheel, a medium wheel, and a soft wheel, which is just cotton. It's over here somewhere. These were right there next to them, 3 different compounds, and reading the backs of these 2 things, I realized that they kind of go together. You got a rough compound, they call it emery here, and then a middle and a sort of final shine compound, and so that's what I'm going to use. So yeah, I got the polishing compound here. I'm just rubbing it on there. We're covering the whole thing with it. Get down in the cracks too, because that's where you really want it to get. The wheel picks it up and then spreads it around, so I think it's critical. Now, if I catch an edge, that thing's gonna go flying. It'll probably fly right at the camera, smash my camera. I hope not. Let's see.